What is up, guys? I know it's been a while. It's been a crazy couple of months. I wanted to first and foremost, I wanted to apologize to everybody. I should have been more productive with it and try to at least upload something for you guys and just not letting it hanging. It's just been a lot of crazy stuff, and I'm gonna go over all that stuff right now with you guys. So hopefully you guys will be a little bit understanding with everything that's happened. I want to give you guys a quick little rundown of everything. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for everybody who did stick around and who showed some love, you know, on Instagram and stuff, asking questions through comments or even private messaging me. And we are in the new house currently. We're in the new garage. As you can see, still got stuff packed up in boxes and still got to, you know, rearrange everything and get it all situated. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. First and foremost, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. We're gonna keep going with the channel. I'm back. I'm gonna try to keep everything going. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned. To make this kind of quick and simple, because I've been doing a lot of stuff, I'm gonna try to break it down into two different videos. This particular video, we're gonna be going over what's happened lately and about the scat pack and all that stuff, and why she is no longer with me. If you guys don't know, I posted on Instagram. And then the second video is going to be more about the house and all that stuff that people were asking me some questions, just kind of interested, I guess, and I'll probably do a little vlog day doing a walk around on that. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the scat pack. So originally my plan was that I was going to get rid of the scat pack now, since I saw prices dropping on Hellcats and everything else, and save up money to buy a Hellcat later on this year. That is still the initial plan. Obviously I can't afford a Hellcat at the current prices, but I figured that if I saved the money from like car payments and stuff that I was paying on the scat pack now and just ride around in my little Accord like I have been, that's paid off, you know what I mean, I can save that money and put it towards a Hellcat later on in the future of the channel. Obviously I still want to build some kind of a car or something like that, so I do have a couple cars in mind that I'll run with you guys here in a minute, but that's the initial what happened there. At least in my area, I live close to Austin, just looking around on cars.com and people just, you know, posting. I mean, Hellcats were going for low 50s. There was even a few posts of people finding some in the high 40s. I mean, not crazy mileage either, under 10K miles. Matter of fact, here locally there was a plum crazy purple Challenger that sold for like 53K, and it had like 3,000 miles on it. And they currently had, or they used to have a Go Mango Charger that was selling for like 55 or something like that, and they only had like 7,000 miles on it. So at least in my area, they're not like, you know, going too crazy. I know some people are saying like up in other areas they're still going for close to 60, but not where I'm at. They're dropping pretty quick, and they're selling just as quick as they're getting posted. But you know, it's one of those things. Like I said, I decided after, you know, buying the house and stuff that it may be better to let the car go, kind of recoup some of that money. I sold everything except the air ride at this point. Got pretty much all my money back, so it's like I rented a car for like $1,200 for like 9 months, so I'm not even mad. So but yeah, then I can try to prepare for the potential Hellcat in the future. This is where it gets interesting. A month after we started in the moving process, we started moving, you know, stuff little by little into the new house, but I was doing work. Obviously, as you can see, this gray color on the wall behind me, that light gray is what I painted. I epoxied the floor. This is the two-part epoxy. You know, I did some maintenance in the house. I'll go over that more in depth later. But after purchasing the house, I waited. We waited about a month before moving in, because I was doing a lot of like just little repairs and stuff. Nothing too crazy, you know, doing some painting and stuff like that. Well, after we started doing the moving process, somebody broke into my other property. So if you guys remember, I mentioned it before, the other house I was living in belonged to my father, and I was renting the property from him. Well, somebody, I guess, I don't know if they saw us moving and saw me going back and forth, but eventually it got to the point where I wasn't going back over there as often, and they threw a brick through the side window. And I didn't, when I initially saw it wasn't a brick, it was actually like a smaller rock, and then when I saw the break, I assumed it was some like middle school kids from a local middle school, so I just kind of boarded it up with some cardboard and some other stuff from the inside, and I figured it'd be good, you know, until I can get the window fixed. Well, lo and behold, like I was going back and forth, and then like a couple weeks went by, nothing happened, and then sure enough, I went over there one day. I hadn't gone in a few days, and the shit was like ransacked, man. They took a washer, a dryer, they took 2 washers, a dryer, a refrigerator, whole bunch of my car parts that I had, just like old miscellaneous car parts. They stole my dad's toolbox. I mean, it was just a bad, you know, a bad situation all in all. filed a police report, was doing all that crap. So finally today, and this happened like 3 weeks ago, so finally today I was able to get the claim approved through my insurance company. Luckily I still had renters activated on that house even though I was in the process of moving, and they paid out a pretty good chunk of change for everything that got stolen. But it just sucks going through that whole situation. It's just you know, just kind of shitty situation to go through and having to deal with all that. You know, you hear about it all the time, but that was the first time it's happened to me ever, or even anybody near me, and it was just kind of a weird thing to deal with, doing the police report, just trying to go through all that. So that kind of delayed me making this video for you guys and doing all kinds of other stuff, because I ended up having to drive 3,000 miles in 4 days to take a lot of my parents' belongings from that house to them in Virginia. So getting into the stuff that you guys, I'm sure, are interested in. What cars am I looking at? Honestly, I have the Accord. That's just kind of like a daily right now. I'm looking at picking up an old school Volkswagen. I know you guys are kind of on the fence about that. You know, I'm a big Volkswagen fan. I always will be a big Volkswagen fan. But I found a potential buy that I'm gonna go look at this Sunday. This car was not gonna be anything I was gonna do anything too crazy with, but I kind of want to get back into like my Volkswagen daily scene. Like I said, I still want to try to get a Hellcat one day. I still want to get a fun car like that one day. Just right now, I just can't afford that kind of car. So I wanted to get an old school Volkswagen, and the plan was to finish the Mark II. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but if I buy a car that's $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and have to make that payment, I won't really have money to put towards the Mark II. You know, I'll have money to mess with that car, kind of like I did with the Scat, but you know, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 car payments are $500, $600 a month. That is plenty more than enough money to try to finish the Mark II in a generous amount of time. So that's what I'm planning to do. So basically, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna get yet. I've been looking at a few different, Jettas, like old school Jettas from like the early 2000s, late 90s, Passats, this and stuff. But people are kind of squeamish. I've been trying to talk to people. People flake out all the time, like, oh yeah, I'll sell it to you, and then you try to go meet up with them, and then they don't want to meet up, and they don't answer back to your text or whatever. So we'll just kind of go with that. If I end up just getting another decent daily, I'll probably end up selling the Accord and putting that money towards something, putting that money towards the Mark II, or putting it towards something else fun, maybe a bike or something. So we'll see. But I wanted to try to make this short. It's already 8 minutes. I'm looking at it right now. So again, thank you very much, everybody who stuck with me. I love you guys. I want to keep this channel growing. I'm gonna go back into my kind of Volkswagen scene. If you want to stick with me, I appreciate that. If you guys came specifically for the Scat and Mopar and you guys are gonna head out, I understand. I appreciate the love that you guys supported me for the months that we had. I'm gonna get back into my roots and what I know. I'm gonna get back into like the stance game, not in the sense of all that camber and stuff, but just those kind of shows that I was going to and all that stuff. Just more familiar with it, and it's something that I can deal with right now. And but yeah, follow me on Instagram if you don't. It's Don_Juan9091. I post on there quite a bit. I've been kind of slowing down, but I will start posting a lot more. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to write me. Shoot me a message on Instagram. That's the best way to get in contact with me. But I appreciate the love, everybody. I hope you guys stick with me on this new endeavors that we go on. And like always, keep it gangster. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.